Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. You joined me, McReeps, and the last episode... Did we beat that scumbag last episode? I believe we beat Isaac, didn't we? We beat Isaac as Isaac / Blue Baby, because we came back with the Ankh. That's right. We're just going to do a random because... oh crap, we need to find out what each character's got. So with Isaac we need to beat Cathedral. Maggie, Devil or Cathedral. Cain, just Cathedral. Judas, Cathedral. Blue Baby, Devil. Eve, either. Samson, either. Azazel, Cathedral. Lazarus, Cathedral. Eden, Cathedral. Okay, random, here we go. And we have... Judas. Shit, what was Judas again? I'm pretty sure Judas was Cathedral. Oh, we're going to risk it for a biscuit? No, we're not. We're not. We're in it to win this time, chaps and chapettes. So, I had a massive rant in the last video. There's going to be no more political rantings, not for a while. Unless it's very hot topic in the news. What I'm going to talk about this time is Uber, because I'm a taxi driver and Uber is kind of appealing to my greed. It's not really greed. It's appealing in many ways. Now, Uber might be in the country that you're in. For those of you that don't know, Uber is a taxi app service which started off as basically a car share for soccer moms in California. Hey, where? Are we done here? We're done. What are you? Mr. Mega. Fight! I really want to play some Mortal Kombat. I've had it for so long. We might do some Mortal Kombat. Whether it'll be an LP, I'm not sure. But we'll find out. Anyway, we was talking about Uber. So let's get back on with the Uber. So Uber is... in this country anyway, Uber is a taxi app service. Instead of calling up your local taxi office, you can go on your smartphone, open up the app, see where your taxi is, order your taxi, and everything's gravy. Right? It tells you how much the price is going to be, or an estimate, very close estimate, and providing everything goes well traffic-wise, you see your taxi arrive, you see who's going to be a taxi driver, and away you go. Fine, no problems, right? But this has caused massive uproar in a lot of countries. And I think it's for the reason behind that in a lot of other countries is anyone could be an Uber driver. Anyone with a driving license and a will to take people where they want to go. All they have to do is download the app, register, and they're a registered Uber driver. And that's causing obvious uproar with legitimate taxi drivers, because for those of you that aren't aware, like, as a taxi driver you have to pay your local council or the equivalent in your country for the privilege of doing that. You've got to be a licensed person. They do a criminal record check on you and make sure that you're not no kind of paedophile or rapist or murderer or anything like that, because you really want to jump in a car late at night with a murderer, really? Or a rapist? I don't think so, and neither did the council, so that's a good idea. We'll CRB check everyone. Oh, we'll get onto CRB checks as well later in this video. There is going to be a little rant session, just so you know. Thank you for my cube of meat. Where were we? Yeah, so we have to get CRB checked, which costs us money. They don't pay for that, we pay for that. Then we have to pay for our license for a year, which again, more money out. And then we've got to pay for our car to be a taxi. So not only do we need a license, our car needs a license, so we go pay for that. Then twice a year we have to get an MOT. With a regular car in this country, you only need an MOT once a year. But apparently if you're a taxi, you need to be MOTing it twice a year, which is crazy. I mean, some people might say, yeah, but it's because you're doing more miles and more can go wrong with your car. Well, you know what? I was doing more miles in my last job. When I worked on the motorways, I was doing way more miles. I was doing 400 miles a day easy. As a taxi driver, yeah, I might hit 400 miles if I do a long airport run or something like that. But chances are I'm going to be sitting around about the 150 to 200 mile mark. So I'm doing less miles now than I was before. Where's my key, you suck faces? So that whole argument's out the window. Die horrible deaths. Where was I going with that one? Oh yeah, so we need to get extra MOTs, we've got to do this. Basically, it's a lot of money to sustain the ability to be, or maintain the ability to be a taxi driver. So for the fact that someone can just come in different countries and be like, you know what, I've finished work early today, I've made my money at my real job, and I just fancy making a little bit extra cash on the side. I'm going to jump out there and I'll log on my Uber app. I'll pick people up and they'll be grateful and I'll get money. Effectively, you're stealing money from someone for doing that job as a profession, right? Just see how you would think of that if, I don't know, you work in a workshop making whatever it is you make. Then some random guy finishes work at his job and decides, hey, I'm going to make that. I'm going to come into the office and I'll make that. And your boss is like, yeah, okay. There's two of you making it now, so you're going to get half of what you'd normally get. And this new guy, he can have half of what you'd earn, providing he's doing the same work, right? You'd be a little bit pissed off. So I can see why taxi drivers are in uproar in different countries and Uber drivers are getting dragged out of the cars. It's not the case in this country. You have to be a fully licensed taxi driver with the local council, the local authority, depending on where you are. Okay, everyone in this country has to be a licensed taxi driver in order to drive for Uber and use the Uber app as a driver. Step in the right direction. So all of this scaremongering that's going on, local taxi companies here are shitting themselves because they charge us £100 a week to do what's called running, to basically have a radio from them. Well, it's a smartphone. Have a smartphone from them where you receive jobs that they get off the phones. And you pay £100 for that honour. If you have a really shitty week and you don't earn anything during the week because you're looking at £20 of fuel on average per night, hey, this isn't good. Stop doing that dance. Yeah, you're looking at £20 a night for fuel, and then say you get a couple of credit jobs, which are jobs that the office get money for, you don't get the money. So the office gets the money for that. And then give me all your sauce. And then they give you that money at the end of the week. Well, you're outlaying a lot of money and getting no real hard cash in return. You've got bills to pay, you've got food to buy. You can't go to a shop and be like, well, I've done a lot of credit this week, so you mind if I have this on tick and I'll bring in some money at the end of the week when I get my money from the work. They tell you to go fuck yourself, really. Maybe a little bit politer than that. They'd say, would you please go fuck yourself, or something like that. But they wouldn't be happy anyway, is what I'm getting at. And it just wouldn't be possible. So you've got all this outlay, and you're already £100 down at the start of the week. 120 if you work a day, 140 if you work two. Basically, the more you work, the less money, the more debt you're in before you start making anything. Kinda sucks. We've never seen this guy before. What are you, little haunt? Fear him. Are you going to scare people? So Uber don't do that. Uber take 20% of your earnings, which, I mean, fair enough. On a Saturday night, if you earn £200, you're paying Uber £40 for the privilege of that £200. That's fine. Like, I really don't mind that. Hey, die? Nope. Oh, he's coming at me. Get him, little haunt. Mess him up. You know what we should be using? The Book of Belial. Hey, Book of Belial. Does this pretty much guarantee us a devil deal if we use the book? I think it does. Stop. Little adorable thing. Evil. Oh, cramps. Why would it be you, scumbag? Little Hunt, can Little Hunt even work on this guy? Oi! That's a bit harsh. Nope. I seen that coming 2 days ago. I can't remember where I was at in my story. I was rambling, but this is a rambly game. I don't mind rambling in here. It's not like we got to talk about the game. We know what's going on. We can see. We got eyeballs. So, what did I get to? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, Uber's a great thing. Yeah, it takes 20% of your fare. Now, taxi drivers aren't the brightest people in the bunch. They're really not. And yes, I'm a taxi driver, so I can say that. I can say we're not the sharpest tools. Definitely not. That's why we're taxi drivers, right? But for them to turn around and be like absolutely petrified of Uber coming here, they're buying into all the office bullshit. Because the offices are all scaremongering, like, oh, you won't get any work. Of course you will. If the demand is there, you'll get work. It's just they won't be dishing the work out. The people. Power to the people. It's them that request you as a driver. The closest driver gets the work. At the moment, in offices, you have favoritism. Which is going to be the case anyway, right? If your brother is a taxi driver and you're the operator, you get a good job coming in off the telephone, you're going to phone your brother up and be like, hey, get your arse into work. I've got a good job for you. And that happens at all offices. So they don't have that. They don't have that anymore. The golden boys of offices are shitting themselves. Of course they are. Thank you for my keys. Because they can't get the cream anymore. What we got in here? Very nice deal. They don't get the cream anymore, so they're shitting themselves. Because when you go to Uber, it goes on the closest car. It's as simple as that. If there's a car that's closer to the passenger, that car will get the job. So it's just a game of learning where to sit. Oh, let me through this poop. Oh, they love me. They love me so much. Hey, I don't want a hug. So that takes the power of... not really... The power is not the best word. That takes the human side out of dispatch. It's all done by closest car. There's no favoritism shown. So that's a massive bonus. Crack the sky. We'll do it. Let's crack that sky. I don't know if we've used this before, but take it and we'll use it. What else? What else is good about Uber? Well, the fact that it's a cashless system. At the moment, a prime example is someone was not sick in the car, but they dropped a load of beer. They spilt a load of beer, it cracked in the bag. And yes, it was an honest mistake, but I couldn't work for the rest of the night. You're not going to work. Who wants to get in a car that's stinking of alcohol? No one. Not even a drunk person wants to get in a car that's stinking of alcohol. Lemon party. Yes, we'll go in here. We've got plenty of money. We're so rich. So I had to knock off work for the night, which meant I lost my airport run in the morning. And trying to get money off someone when it's £70 because it's a styling charge and everything like that. Money's lost. Just, it's a nuisance. Whereas with Uber, if somebody does that, then you just charge them. Like, it comes straight out the bank. If they don't have it in the bank, I don't know what happens there. This is something we'll have to find out, but at the moment, it's definitely the better option. It's a cashless system, so the passenger doesn't have to worry. You don't have to worry because you've got the passenger's bank details and everything. Not you personally, but if they do anything like that in the car, I'm pretty sure there's a way to chase it up and get your money. Whereas at the moment, you're just on the mercy of whether the person's going to be a dick about it, whether they want to contest it. Oh, that wasn't me. I've had that before. I've had somebody be sick, literally be sick in the car, and then be like, oh, drive, that was there when I got in. No, it wasn't, you fucking moron. I just watched you be sick in the car. Let's go to the cash machine. Let's go steal some of your money. Yes, come on, there's got to be balls of steel somewhere. Give me the balls of steel. 48-hour energy. Go screw yourself. I can see forever. We'll keep for the next floor. Thank you. We've got the item room we have. We're doing great things. We'll take it. Liberty mushroom. Hey, why? Why'd you rush straight away? That's not even in your move set. Oh, I guess it is. We're going to do the bouncy. Yeah. Oh, you're dead anyway. We don't care for you. Give me my devil deal. Get the hell out of here. Oh, it's an angel. Is that experimental? Growth hormones. That's better than experimental. Yes, we'll take it. Gold. Pop that down there. Oh, we almost... Hey! What the hell is that? What's going on there? Hey, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. We've unlocked something. Headless Horseman. Leave me alone. Why is there an angel going crazy at me? Okay, I guess we're not supposed to bomb him. It wasn't my fault. I was trying to get some extra health. Didn't realise it wasn't intentional. You drop down another one of your guys, will you? He's tough. He's harder than Krampus. What? What? Oh! Okay, I thought you moved, figured out. Clearly not. I don't know which one you're going to do. Jesus Christ, you gave me a stool? Key piece number 2? What the hell is that? Anyone seen any hearts around it? Oh, great. Right there. God, I didn't like that at all. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about Uber. Oh yeah, getting money off drunk people that are shat in your car or something like that. And people do. I almost had a guy get in the car. I've never had them shit in the car personally. I've heard stories. I've also almost had somebody get in the car that was covered in shit. Like, the bouncers of the club, this guy came stumbling out, which is... We're laughing at this guy as he walked up to the car. Luckily I parked a little bit further down the road from the club. Otherwise I would never have seen the vile sight that I'm about to explain to you. So, there's me. Imagine the scene. Picture the scene. Sitting in a outside a nightclub. People are spilling out. Drunks everywhere. Most of them absolutely fine. Just a little bit boisterous. Running out the drunk. They're allowed to be, right? This guy stumbles out all sheepish. Instantly you think, why is this guy... He's clearly drunk, but why is he not acting like every other drunk person? And then you think, well, not everyone's the same. You can't judge a guy for not being like a little bit over the top when he's drunk. Maybe he's just a shy guy. Maybe he's just that drunk and he's a quiet drunk, right? Until I see everyone pointing and laughing as he walks past. Then I realise he's sheepish for a reason. What could that reason be? So I locked my doors. There's no way. I mean, if these people jump in your car, they're not getting out. You try to get a drunk person out your car, it's almost impossible without physically dragging them out. But that doesn't get looked upon very kindly by the police, even though it's your car, right? Anyway, I digress, as is always the case. Excuse me. Leave me alone just for a second. We don't need you. Don't have your kind around here. That was a cool room. Yeah, everyone's pointing and laughing as he walks past. Some of them are gipping, like boking. And then I think, oh, this isn't good. Locks the doors. I asked the guy where he's going. He told me where he's going. I asked him if he had any money, and he said, I need to stop at a cash machine. So, 9 times out of 10, when someone has to stop at a cash machine, they're fine. It's perfectly fine. This guy just didn't add up. Like, at all. He didn't look... I mean, you never really want to judge somebody by the way they look, but you get like this weird sense of someone as a taxi driver. I mean, you see people all the time. You get all walks of life, and most walks of life are fine, right? And then you get the troublesome ones. And he looked like a pretty well-to-do guy, but it was, yeah, something's just not right. So I said to him, there's a cash machine over there. And he fumbles about in his wallet. Oh, I can't find my card. Just take me home. That's your first warning, basically. You let him in the car, he's doing a runner. He's got no money. He's spent everything. And he's pretending he's not got a bank card. I mean, if you've got your wallet, you've got your bank card. I don't care who you are. You go out on a night out with a wallet, it's not just got cash in it. Not for a guy. So I thought, no, this guy's taking the piss a little bit. So I said, well, there's a cash machine around the corner. And then that's when he turned round to look at this cash machine. He couldn't go to the cash machine. He'd already told me that he doesn't have his card, right? So he turns around to look, and I noticed this brown streak from his shoulder. And to this day, I've got no idea how he's managed to do what he's done. But this guy's got shit from his neck all the way down his back, down one side of his trouser leg. And I just said, dude, you can't actually get in here. You're covered. You're literally covered in shit. And his reply was almost, it was just unbelievable. He said, I know. Like, why the fuck would you dry jump in a taxi covered in shit? You disrespectful, self-entitled arse clown. So I was just like, you're not getting in here. You're covered in shit. Oh no. Well, why even try getting my taxi then? You know your shit is going to be all over my taxi. You're claiming to have no money. You're obviously going to do a runner. Anyway, all that was to say, you wouldn't really get that problem with Uber, because nobody in their right mind. You have to book Uber for an app, right? And I don't think you can book in advance. I don't think you can say I need picked up in half an hour from here. I think it's just a case of you go on the app, you say I need a taxi, and the taxi comes. But I wouldn't get that guy. Because one, he's clearly too drunk to even operate a phone. If you've got shit down your back, you've not got the sense to look at an app. I'm sorry. And two, even if he did, like say I'd never noticed, say he came out and he was all chipper, nobody laughed, it was a quiet street, he got in, and then I realised there was shit, I would just add that on. Yes, it would be unpleasant, but there's no way that he could even think about doing a runner. He was clearly like too embarrassed. But I'm sorry, I'm not there to deal with that. Definitely not. I'm looking forward to Uber for that reason. It's a cashless system. You don't need to worry about people doing a runner. You don't need to worry about turning up to a job and them not being there. That's another massive thing that happens in the taxi world. If you have fun for a taxi, you damn well better get in that taxi, or I'm going to come and cut your throat while you sleep. I won't really, but I'll be upset. Rightly so as well. I mean, it's taking my time. Hey, what are you? Little cutie. Speed and range, thank you very much. 48 hour energy. What's this? We don't know. Luck up, thank you. Puberty, no thanks. 48 hour energy, yeah. Give me something great. Oh yeah, that's the opposite of great. So I don't need to worry about people doing runners, and then I can add it on, and it comes straight out of the bank, and everybody's happy. Apart from me, because I've got to clean the car, but I'm still happy because I've not been fleeced of that money. Oh yeah, I was talking about people not turning up for the taxi. Or turning up. You phone them up. I always phone up the customer and say, look, I'm outside. I give them 3 strikes. So I'll ring them 3 times. If they hang the phone up, it's instantly, I just say there's no one here. And I get my next job. If they answer the phone and say I'll be out in a minute, and then take 10 minutes to come out, that's just crazy disrespectful. If you ask me, don't book a taxi, and then when the taxi turns up, don't be ready. Or order a taxi, I get there, and then you decide I'm going to order a pizza that's going to take 25 minutes, because no, you're walking home, suckface. There's none of that shit with Uber, because fine, you want to order a pizza, go for it. Because the longer I'm sitting there, the more money I'm making. At the moment, with the look at that, with the people I work with, you don't have that option. Like if somebody wants to, there's no waiting time. it doesn't go up over time, it's over distance. Whereas Uber's over time and distance. So that's more money in my pocket. More security in my pocket. Hey, what's that? A little secret boss room? We do it? No. Carry on. Yeah, it's all more money in my pocket. And it's guaranteed, like if you're not there in 4 minutes... Oh, sorry. It sucks. I'm allowed to drive away and I still get £4. I get what's called a cancellation fee or a no-show fee. Yes, please. So I get money regardless, whether you come to the car or not. And of course you're going to come to the car because you know that your car's outside, you know you're going to get charged if you're not out within 4 minutes. So I think you're just going to get a different clientele. More respectful clientele. I mean, Uber's got their details, it's got the bank details and everything like that. It works on like a rating system as well for both customers, so you can rate this customer and they can rate you as a driver. It works on like an eBay system. And I think that's just a really cool idea, it's a really cool concept. I can't wait for it to come to this city. Now it's in other cities in this country. Do you have Uber where you are? Are you from London? Are you from Leeds? Are you from Bristol? Do you have Uber there? Have you tried it? What do you think of it? Are the drivers okay? Because I mean that's an issue as well, right? If you get in a car and it's all stinky, you're not going to use the service again. But there's more stinky cars in just private services, like ones that I work for, than I would expect it to be in Uber. Just because it's got a massive reputation to try fight back. It's got a lot of negative publicity, but any publicity is publicity, right? So people will be like, well, we'll see if it's as bad as people say. In this country, I think it's going to hit off, and it's going to be really good. The councils aren't going to mind because they're still making the money. We still need to have our cars registered. We still need to have ourselves registered as a taxi driver. What is that? What's the ghost thing all about? It's the first time we ever seen you. Spooky as hell. I just can't wait. I can't wait for it to arrive. Did we stand on some creep? Moron. Give me the shop. Show me the shop. Oh, we've been in the... We'll do it. We'll put a bomb here. Maybe if we go... Because we've got mega bombs. If we go there, will that get... Oh. Might have found a secret room. You never know. Worth a chance. We'll take the heart. What's the jar thing? That lets us collect life, I think. Be used later. We're going to deposit some of this. Let's hide behind the machine. Come on. There we go. We got it. So yeah, all in all, I am looking forward to Uber arriving. I think it will be a godsend in terms of people that I'm picking up. We're not going to get the scumbag that are doing the drug runs, although the people that do drug runs are obviously 9 times out of 10 they'll pay. I mean, you are going to get your riffraff that are just new to the town and they need a taxi to go pick up some gear or whatever it is they're going to get. And you know you're picking them up. It's always a wait and return. They always say, oh, I'm going to see my brother, or I've left my keys, or something daft like that. They always give you some bullshit excuse when it's obvious it's a drug run. Just by the type of person that you're taking there, right? Again, you don't want to judge people, but it's fucking obvious. So yeah, they don't want any hassle at the door. Especially if you pick them up from an address. If you pick them up and you see them coming out of a house, you know you're getting paid. And you know they'll pay way over the odds. Simply because they don't want any sort of backlash. They don't want you dobbing them into the police or anything like that. Of course you don't. Because it's rider confidentiality, right? Each to their own. I mean, I don't take drugs myself. I never have. I don't even drink anymore. Not really. I don't like the taste of alcohol, but we'll get into that in another video as well. Scotsman that doesn't like alcohol? That's fucking blasphemy. That's why I got thrown out, sent to England, because I wasn't on the whiskey at the age of 2. Anyway, digress again. I love these episodes where it's just rambly. Do you like these rambly episodes? I kinda do. Maybe I should be more game focused, but we're doing alright, aren't we? Give me all the... What is this little thing that's following me around? I really want to know. Hey. It looks like a key piece. It looks like the end of a key, right? Is that just me? I'm going to blow up the next angel that we see anyway. We will find out what that's all about. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, drug people. So you're never sure if they're going to do a run out. If they come out from the corner of a street and they want dropped off at a corner of a street, chances are they're going to try do a runner, so it's always cash up front, and then let them take offence and get all arsey with you and aggressive if they want to get aggressive. They soon get dragged out the car. It's like these people that are going to get their drugs, they aren't exactly the heavy set people. You may get a couple of bad guys, but that's fine. You just don't fuck around with those guys. The little scrawny ones, yeah, grab them by the neck, drag them out your car. Don't take no shit. And then I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, you're not going to get that clientele, even though they kind of pay well. That's where I was going with it. So they kind of pay well, but I'd rather not have the hassle. I mean, there's occasions when you'll get 2 or 3 of them in the car, and there's not really much you can do. If you say cash up front and they take offence, you could be in for a beating. You never know. I mean, it's never happened to me personally because I can bark. I'm pretty good at barking. I'm shit at fighting. Hopefully they don't watch YouTube. I'm not a fighter. I'm a talker. I can talk my way out of a lot of situations. And of course, come across as the angry Scotsman that's just going to flip my shit if I want to. I never would, because I punch like a girl. Excuse me, let's go down here. Violence is bad anyway. I'd rather talk my way out of a situation than fight. I just don't see the point in fighting. Maybe I'd enjoy fighting more if I was good at it, but probably not. Violence scares me. Pointless. Unless you got something worth fighting for. Like if I would fight to the death, tooth and nail, for my little boy or my girlfriend, or if someone came into the house, and then I would be going all William Wallace up in this joint. I'd be like, you may take the TV, but you'll never take anything else. Hey, what's going on here? We'll take it. Damage up, thank you. What are you? Buy these. Do we want the evil up? It's going to cost us all our life, and I think we get a tiny little bit back, don't we? But can we blow you up as well, Satan? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, we're doing quite well, aren't we? What, we're 33 minutes in? Not doing very well on the health front, but I'm sure we'll get better. So Uber, come to home. That was a long way to ask the question of, do you have Uber in your country or your town if you're in the UK? If you do, have you used it? What's it like? Tell me the good and bad. Like, I mean, I read all the bad on the internet about how you get unlicensed drivers and yada yada. But newsflash, a taxi driver that's registered could be a rapist, right? There's no clear-cut way. Excuse me. Wow, I just swallowed something. Was that a fly? Perhaps I'll die. Maybe I should swallow a spider to catch the fly. Oh no, perhaps I'll die. Okay, bad joke, I know. Scorpio! That's what I am, I'm a Scorpio. 3rd of November, baby. Let's go around here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right, now we're in kind of precarious, perilous. Oh, bad things are happening. Die horrible death. Don't walk in the creek. Yes, no? Oh shit, no. No is right. We're dead. Why did I back myself up into that corner? There's no point starting again because that's a long episode, but let me know what you think about Uber down in the comments. Have you heard about it? I was going to rant on about how anybody can be a rapist, taxi driver or not, registered or not. People are getting kinda worried that it's not safe, you don't know who your driver is. I'll tell you for a fact, Uber is 100 times safer than your average Joe. You could walk in and be a murderer that's not been caught, go get a CRB check, you're not on record. You might be this serial rapist, you've not been caught. You can walk into any taxi office, in this town at least, show them that the council said you're a good boy, and away you go. It's all cash based, right? So you don't need a bank account. They don't need to have your real details apart from your name. They don't need to know anything about you. In fact, they don't even care. You give them £100, they give you a radio. You can go rape all of their customers all night. As long as they're getting the money, they don't give a shit. With Uber, they've got your bank details. They've got the passenger gets a picture of you as a driver, and they can set their account up so that if they order a taxi, someone else gets that alert as well. So a guardian, a parent or a guardian can get the same alert. They can see what taxi driver it is. They can track the taxi down to a couple of feet. Right, so I mean, if it goes off route for whatever reason, if old rapey driver takes the poor innocent woman or guy, you never know, it could be a woman rapist or a guy rapist. I'm not homophobic. If you want to be a gay rapist, be a gay rapist. Well, in fact, don't. Rape is bad. Anyway, this rant's going on for some time, I'm sorry. But with Uber, you've got more protection. Like people saying that there's less protection because they're not registered. They're fucking registered, but being registered doesn't stop people getting raped in taxis. Just look at the news, it happens all of the time. Check it out. There's some horrible fucking evil people that will go above and beyond to get drunk women in the car. It's as simple as that. You have more protection with Uber. People can track the car, and you personally can see the taxi driver before they even arrive. So if it looks like somebody that looks kind of rapey, you don't like them, you don't like the colour of the teeth, their eyes, the hair, the nose, the ears. If there's something you just don't like about that driver, just cancel your taxi. You got 5 minutes to do that. Order another one. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Anyway, how's Uber for you guys? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.